Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining my Instagram Live. My name is Makita Waterman, YEG Marketer to be exact. And today I'm going to be talking about how you can take your Instagram to the next level so that you can attract the customers, the opportunities, and the clients that you've been hoping or waiting for. Now, I know some of you might be feeling disappointed. Hi, Jordan. Or maybe some of you are thinking that because of the economy that things are slowing down on Instagram. Hi, Mauricia. Which is totally not true. I am still getting leads and customers every week through Instagram. And today I'm going to tell you all of my best secrets. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them below in the comments. And we'll get right into it because I know that your time is valuable. So these are some of the things that could be stopping you from growing your account and getting customers on Instagram. I have to be honest with you. I am not going to filter anything and sugarcoat it because you are here to grow just as much as I am. So we're going to start off with consistent content, meaning maybe you post once or twice a week and you disappear for 3 weeks, or maybe you're only posting a few times a week on Instagram. Daily content is the key to success on Instagram, getting customers, grabbing attention, and here's why. If you haven't noticed, let me know in the comments. There are so many new features on Instagram. Hey, Andre. And with all of the new features on Instagram, it's grabbing people's attention. So if you're not posting multiple times a day, or at least peak hours of the day, like an hour before people go to work, so like maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in your morning, or I'd probably say about between 6 to 8 o'clock at night, it's going to be very, very hard for you to grab people's attention and be on the top of people's mind on Instagram. Our attention span is really, really low, and with Instagram Reels, IGTV, stories, shopping, and the fact that Instagram is now pushing out more content when you get to the bottom of your feed within 24 hours. Hey, how's it going? It's really, really important that you're creating daily content, or even at scale. If you're only posting once, bump it up to twice a day. Do a morning post and do a night post. Morning, hey Jen. Morning posts are really, really great. I don't know if you've been noticing, but I think Jen has noticed. I like to post at 7:30 o'clock at my time. I do this on purpose because I know most people are working from home or they're still commuting. So I try to get that one early post out an hour before people get in their car, take a shower, eat their breakfast, because one of the first things people do is they get their phone, they open it, and they open and check Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever is most important to them. So try to get that early post out an hour before traffic jam, 9 o'clock, like an hour before that, or maybe 8, 7 o'clock. Try to do that morning post. If you have time in your schedule, try to do that evening post an hour before people go to bed. I've been paying attention between, I'd say about 7 to 8 o'clock at night is when more people are spending a lot more time trying to scale through their timeline and check to see what they did not have time to see at lunch, and so on and so forth. So try to bump it up to at least 2 or 3 posts. And I was explaining before, Instagram has this, they're competing with TikTok now. So when I get to the bottom of my feed within 24 hours of posts, it's now telling me, here are new posts, here are new artists, here are new artists, and all these other people that I generally wouldn't really care for. I think they're missing the mark here on Instagram compared to TikTok, but our attention span is really, really all over the place on this app now. And one of the best ways to be remembered and to increase engagement, likes and comments and feedback and get customers is just to amp up, be consistent, post the same times of the day, and so on and so forth. Other things that could be stopping your Instagram growth, I probably would say, is not using all of the features. I know that sounds like a lot of work, but I've tested this. I purposefully sometimes just post twice a day versus using Instagram Reels in a carousel, and I stopped posting on IGTV and started noticing that I was getting penalized by Instagram. I wasn't getting as many followers as I did when I kept doing the same thing I've been doing for the past 1.5 to 2 years. So Instagram is very smart. If you stop posting every single day and you go from 5 posts a week to 2 posts a week, unless you have something really risque or you have some influencer or a paid post, it's kind of, they kind of want people to just be consistent on this app because they know that other people's attention is now in the direction of TikTok and Clubhouse. So I've done this multiple times, multiple seasons. I just said, let me just do something different. I'm going to stop posting IGTV videos and see if I don't get any followers for the day. And sure enough, it consistently keeps happening. So whatever it is that you're doing that's working, don't stop. And if there's anything more that you can do, maybe you do a Reels and you just do a carousel, or you do a Reels and you do a short 1-minute IGTV video. Keep up with the consistency of that, because Instagram is a mature app, meaning it's getting close to Facebook. Give it another 5-6 years. I think it will be as unfortunate as the algorithm on Facebook, and you'll have to actually start paying for attention on this app. So try to be consistent. Other things that I see, sometimes I get DMs from people and they say, follow these people and then tag other people in the comments. So if you're doing that follow for follow thing in your DMs, try to avoid jumping into that, because the algorithm is also noticing that people are getting more followers. And as a result of that, Instagram is kind of penalizing accounts. You can do stuff like that on LinkedIn. You can get into a LinkedIn group with a bunch of professionals and you can say, hey everybody, we're all gonna post today, support my content. LinkedIn is not going to penalize you if you get into a LinkedIn group and you post your content and everybody supports each other. But Instagram, you could get away with that a couple of years ago, but they're catching on to these follow for follows. So just be clear of that. Other reasons why you could not be getting customers on Instagram is you don't, maybe your content is not really coming up as authoritative, or you're not really showing your expertise. Maybe you're showing a bunch of products on your timeline. Maybe you're sharing Instagram Reel videos only. But try to treat your Instagram Reels videos like a commercial. I've been stepping up my game a lot more lately. I literally get into production mode. I wake up early on Saturday morning and I've been getting into production mode, and I've been trying to create commercials for you, and fun commercials, inspirational commercials, all commercials, not just on my services and what I'm great at. But I'm doing this on purpose because I want everybody to know that I am an expert. When the pandemic ends and I start going out there, people are gonna say, I see you on Instagram. And it happened to me twice last year where I went to events and people I don't even recognize were like, I see you on LinkedIn. Is your name Makita? And I'm like, how do they know who I am? It's because I just consistently keep creating commercial-like content. Not too salesy, you don't wanna come off as a cringy salesman where you just get in the lot and in 5 minutes he's like, why don't you check out this? Why don't you check out that? What's your credit score? Hey, I just came to the dealership to see the inventory that you have, or I just came to see 3 cars. Can I at least go through the parking lot and see what you have available? So try to make, City's Choice is very, very great at doing that. I love Andre's and the team's videos because they are like commercials, and they pull up to the scene. They pull up to a customer's place. They're like, City's Choice is at it again. Happy Monday. I hope you're progressive. We'll keep you posted. And then they're in the basement showing, sorry, Andre, I don't know the terminology, but like hot water systems and things like that. And if I lived in Ontario, I'd be calling City's Choice and I'd be like, guys, I see you on my timeline, because they're showing me they're experts. They're showing me they're in the community. They're not just showing, photos of call us and all this other stuff. I know that these guys are experts because they're consistently showing up like commercial. They're creating that great content, and they're showing us that they're in the community. They're servicing people. They're showing us the equipment and they're giving tips and advice. So if there's any area of what you do, hey Ross, how are you? Even if your content is just, maybe you're a realtor, or maybe you're a life coach like Jen, or maybe you're selling products like Zero Elegance. Show your expertise. Like if you're selling retail, what can women wear? What can a mother wear on Mother's Day? What can women start wearing for summer on their anniversaries or on their first dates? Like, get people mentally in a position where you're creating the narrative and you're saying, okay, summer's coming up soon. How can people get their their heat and water system ready? How can people get their life ready? Maybe there are a lot of single people out there that want to get out there and start dating, but how can they do that during quarantine? Or maybe there are a lot of people out there who have mental health issues. What can they do at home that they don't necessarily have to come to me for, but I still let them know this is what you can do at home, or this is what you can do in your regular life, And then when you're constantly showing up on Instagram every single day with that knowledge, that entertainment, that education, those inspirational posts, happy Mother's Day, everybody. It's like a mix of all of these things combined. They then have you on the top of their mind versus your competitors who are lazy and they're not doing anything on Instagram, or they're still doing what they were doing around this time last year, and it's not getting any traction and it's not really helping them stand out. So I challenge everybody here, because I challenge myself. When you have time to look at your content, ask yourself, what can I do that I am afraid to do? What can I do that I haven't done yet? How can I create an IGTV video or a Reels video and make it look like a short, unscripted commercial, so that when I show up in people's timeline, again with that early morning post, an hour before traffic jam or an hour before everybody opens up their laptop or heads out to work or business, and an hour before people go to sleep, what can I do so that I am the expert? I stand out from everybody else. I sound different. And what I do see sometimes on TikTok, I see a lot of people recycling other people's, their challenges. And after I see 5 of those, honestly, if that person was selling a product or service, I want to know who created that specific challenge. I want to know who created that sound. I want to know who created that style, because that's the person I'm looking for. Even if I can't find that person, and you're doing your online challenges, try not to replicate what everybody else is doing, because I see a lot of that on TikTok, but I also see a lot of like really creative stuff on TikTok. And these are people that are just filming videos in their kitchen, in their basement, in their garage. Some of these kids are filming on their bedroom, and some of these adults as well, they're just filming stuff at work because they're a manager at a car dealership, or they're a manager in an office, and they're just having their team get together and have fun and be goofy. And then in the next video, they're educational. And then in the next video, hi, thanks for joining everybody. They're educational. And in the next video, they're sharing parts of their home life, like feeding their child before they get in their car and drop them off at daycare. And so ask yourself, what can I share with people today that can help grow my account, that can help establish me as the expert, that can help me and my brand stand out from the many thousands, if not hundreds, or double-digit accounts that are similar to mine. And how can I do that without even looking at their competitors? Now, I have a lot of people following me, but I don't follow a lot of people, and I don't do that out of arrogance or because I think my content is the best, but I do that because I don't want my mind to be clouded. I really do my best not to follow marketing people or salespeople, because I don't want to wake up every day seeing their content and subconsciously I do something that they're doing, and then I do it, and then I'm like, oh, snap, they did that too, but how's that going to help me stand out? So Ross says, amazing message. I was watching Clubhouse about similar topic, but your info is much better. Oh, it makes me feel special, Ross. Thank you so much. I wish I had access to Clubhouse. I have an Android. I have had so many different invitations, but once they release it to like all cell phone users, I am definitely going to create a group, and I will invite as many of you as possible. What else can I say? So I'll just recap. With your Reels videos, create short little commercials, show behind the scenes, have fun, stand out. If you can, try not to follow too many of your competitors. I don't think there's anything wrong with checking out the competition at least once a week. Hey, Heron Glory, how are you? But if you're following your competitors, it's normal that you're gonna look at them and you're going to look at their likes and you're going to look at their comments. You may or may not get insecure, but you want to create your own path, and that's how you get customers on Instagram. When you create your own path, you create your own reputation, you stand out as the expert, you sound different than everybody, and that's based on not clouding your mind with what the competition is doing, because that's not going to help you. You need to really sit down, do a SWOT analysis, look at your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats, internally in your company and your team and externally, and then ask yourself, what content should I be sharing so that I'm building trust with people, even if it's just a 15-second. You can imagine how many 15-second videos I've shared here and on LinkedIn, and 15 seconds turned a follower into a customer. 15 seconds, that's all you need. And I know that sounds, 15 seconds. Yes, there are some people that can film a video for an hour on TikTok for 15 seconds and they're just overthinking, but overthinking also stifles your ability to be creative. It stifles your ability to just let go of any expectations, because in marketing, you don't want an expectation of anything. You just want to put out a video, an infographic, a selfie, and you just hope that someone will look at it. One person, and when you not competitively, but consistently you do that every day, you will build an audience, you will build a tribe. Instagram takes time. I've had people follow me and then within 24 hours they're a customer. I've had people follow me and then 2 years later they're a customer. But I don't have any expectation, and when you drop all expectations, now I'm getting into philosophy, but if you drop all expectations on your content and getting customers on this app, everything will come together. Just have fun. And I know that sounds so cliche, just build your brand and have fun. I'm just having fun. Like the videos that I share with each and every one of you, I am so excited every Saturday morning to do these videos because it's like the fun, it's the highlight of my quarantine. And before I was doing this, I wasn't getting as much feedback, as much comments and as much likes, and because I was so worried about what people were gonna think. I don't care anymore at this point now. So your content has to get to a point where I have this message, I have this knowledge, I want to be fun, I want to be exciting, I want to show people a part of who I am in my business suit as a realtor or in my uniform as an HVAC company owner. But at the same time, this is business and I'm going to show all parts of myself. So I think I covered Reels videos that wow people, and IGTV, educational videos. Even if you can just film a video for a 1 or 2 minute video and share it on IGTV. I used to take walks and film videos, and I stopped doing that. I'm taking a lot of my TikTok live streams and I'm downloading them and I'm sharing them with you because I'm a little bit more casual on TikTok, because the TikTok rooms, all kinds of people come into your TikTok rooms, teenagers, grown adults, non-professionals, professionals, students, everybody comes on. So when you see my IGTV videos these days, it's a little watered down because I'm speaking to often Gen Z jump in my marketing chat and they're just there to see what I have to say. But try to show an IGTV video mixed with your Reels, because the Reels is the short 15-30-second commercial, but the IGTV is like the meat, the ham of the potatoes of your content strategy. It is where people can sit for 60 seconds or double that amount of time. Hi, Tanya. And they can actually take a look at what you're saying. And in your IGTV videos, that's where people really want to see how you're going to show up. What are you going to say? Are you going to explain the frequently asked questions? How educated are you? Are you compassionate? Do you really want to be there? Because sometimes I see people's IGTV videos and they look like they don't want to be there. They look like they're about to fall asleep. There's no enthusiasm, there's no passion for what they're doing. And I'm sorry, I'm skipping through that because I want to get on Instagram and be entertained, or I want to get on Instagram and watch somebody's video and I want to feel life. Like I want to feel like I was just rebirthed through their energy and their passion and their excitement for what they do. So I know IGTV views, they're not getting as much views as Reels these days because it's such an outdated feature, but don't hesitate and don't underestimate the power of an IGTV video, because that's where people can sit for a minute, they can drink their tea while they're at lunch or at home or right before they go to sleep, and they're like, you know what, there's something to Tanya. Hey, Tanya. Or they can say, there's something about Ross, there's something about Jen, there's something about Ramsey, there's something about Andre. In this IGTV video, I really see this person for who they are. And if I take my hard-earned money and give it to this person, I get the feeling that they will take care of me as a customer. So anytime you show up in a short video, whether it's showing a house viewing or showing behind the scenes at a customer's basement doing their HVAC, or you're in your store and you have a new shipment of dresses or retail coming in, just do your best to show care. Treat that IGTV video as if somebody came into your store, came into your office for the first time, or jumped on a Zoom chat, and they're getting that full experience of your energy, your expertise, your love, your care, your compassion, your listening skills. And just try to pour that into that video, because IGTV videos can convert customers as well. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about Instagram stories. I know some of you, not all of you, but some of you are checking out my stories. I haven't been doing a lot of morning kind of hello videos these mornings because I wake up pretty early and I have to get a lot done before I open up my laptop. But I'm going to say on your Instagram stories, if you can do 80% education and then 20% personal, like your reality TV, behind the scenes, you jumping to go to school, you're about to do your accounting, you're in the store, you're with a client, try to mix that up, because people these days are spending a lot of time on social media. And I think that for every app, it's different. On Instagram, people are looking for a couple of things. They're looking to buy. We're going to put that, be very, very clear with you. People are on Instagram to buy. They're there for entertainment. They're there to check out their family and friends. They're there to learn something completely new that they can take away from a personal perspective. But when they jump on your stories, they are not really there to see only your cooking and your anniversary date and the fact you got engaged, or the fact that you're at your child's soccer game this summer. They are still there for the education. They want to see little clips of you talking about, I don't know, you had an epiphany this morning and you're going to take this off the shelf and you're going to put this on the shelf. Or they want to see you at the warehouse and literally ask a question. What do you think about the red? What do you think about the green? What do you think about this house? What do you think about that house? Or, definitely keep up with the questionnaires and the polls, and make sure that you are adding your IGTV videos in every post that you share on your page onto your story right after you post it. But try to give people 80% education and 20% personal. I'm so happy I caught this, so interesting. Oh, thank you. And you're welcome, Jen. And so when you get into the habit of doing that, and you're showing up every day, you're showing up on holidays, and I know on Christmas you don't have a lot of time, but there are free apps like buffer.com. There is Facebook Creator Studio Creator, where you can literally schedule Instagram and Facebook posts. Buffer.com, I think you can do everything except for Instagram. You'd have to manually push it. If you have TikTok, check out TikTok desktop, like get on your laptop when you get a chance. You can upload your videos on TikTok, but you're gonna have to kind of edit them and then put them on the desktop. Hey Io, how are you? So yeah, you can now schedule your TikTok videos on your desktop, but again, they have to be edited before you add them. And Hootsuite, I think they have like a Business Pro or something like that for $5 a month, where you can literally do everything on there. And then later.com has a paid feature where you can do paid TikTok videos. I don't know what the fee on that is, but that's it in a nutshell. And I'll just recap here. We talked about Reels videos, make them like 30-second commercials. I just got feedback today that I must not stop the live videos, as that gives an entertaining yet personal feel. Oh, you love my nails? Thank you. Yes, that's true, Andre. And yes, that's another way to convert some of your followers into customers, is to going live. I highly recommend that you go live once a week, and make sure that you're going live during peak times again. Going live in the morning isn't really a smart idea because people are getting work, they're dressing their kids, so on and so forth. But if you can try to go live right after work at 5, this is or 7 o'clock Eastern, this is a pretty ideal time. And if you have time on the weekend, that's even better. And yes, when you go live, you can answer questions. And do you see how invested I am in each and every one of you? Like, I know your names. There's Io, there's Andre, and there's Jen. And some of you don't have your names in your usernames, but I am invested in spending time, an hour every day, checking out what you're sharing, because that is the only way that you can build relationships, and that's the only way you can even make friends on this. Like, I've met somebody, another entrepreneur in the city, And I'm making friends on Instagram now. Usually I meet people through people, or I go to networking events and I meet friends. And with everything online now, I mean, there's so much that you can do on this app, but if you're strictly here for business, use all these tactics with the Reels videos, turn them into quick 15-30-second commercials. Your IGTV videos, make those 1 to 2 minute videos where you're just kind of talking about your expertise and what you know. And as Andre had mentioned, you go live. You want to make sure that you have maybe customers coming on talking about how great your service is, or you're going live with your team, or you're going live by yourself and you're just answering questions, or you're doing presentations, or maybe you just go live randomly at the warehouse when you're picking up supplies, or you're going live when you're in at a customer's or a client's, or, you know, obviously you ask people for permission first before you press the live button, but just make it fun. And then last but not least, your stories, 80% education, 20% inspiration, 80% education, 20% personal. And continue to use those quizzes, continue to poll people, get some interactions. I know the views on IG, they're lowering, but it doesn't mean that people aren't going to watch, and it doesn't mean that people are strictly there to just watch what you're doing behind the scenes in your personal life. If people are there to continue to learn and see why you are the person they should be giving their hard-earned money to. And then I gave some tips and advice on why you might not be growing or getting customers on this app. But I'm here to answer questions. You do such an amazing job at that. Thank you, Andre. And so true, I've made other HVAC buddies on here. That's really good. Yes, it's so true. I've made friends on here too. You see what I'm saying? See, Instagram, it's for so many different things. It's networking. I've even had like a WhatsApp chat a couple of weeks ago. The lady, she was uncomfortable with meeting, and so on and so forth. And we jumped on a WhatsApp chat, and I'm just making friends here, right? And also showing up to educate and presenting my business and my personal self. And when you do a combination of that, hey Timothy, thanks for joining. When you do a combination of that, you will probably even notice that you're getting opportunities outside of just getting customers. People are going to start asking you to join their podcast or join them on their platform, get in front of their audience and go live. And you are now building this community so that when the pandemic ends, and you're just at an event or you're at the grocery store, you're like almost like a neighborhood celebrity. Not that you're trying to be, but you're just really getting your name and your face out there, and you're doing your best. And you should maybe want to be a neighborhood celebrity, because if you stay quiet and you hide and you don't share content and you're wondering why your numbers are low, and remember too that great content is shareable content. So don't just depend on the algorithm and socializing and all of these things that I said. Try to create content that people would be proud to share with their friends, their family, their business owners, and their colleagues, because shareable content also helps you grow and also helps you get noticed by other people that otherwise wouldn't have been able to find you on this app. So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm here to answer any questions that you have. Hi, I am Corey. How are you? Maybe you have some videos that you want to put out and you're not exactly sure what to do. Or maybe you are stuck on some kind of marketing thing, or maybe you just really want to know the secret sauce to getting more customers. I'm here to answer your questions. And I appreciate all of you joining me tonight. Kind of lucky, the sun is still kind of up in our city here in Edmonton. Hi. But soon it's going to be getting late soon, and I actually have to go out and meet someone for coffee soon. But I'm here to answer your questions. Don't lose sight on Instagram. I see a lot of, divided and negative feedback on TikTok. A lot of people, they gave up on Instagram because it does require a lot of work. But nothing good comes easy. If everybody opened an account on Instagram and they became instant successes, their businesses blew up like it did 10 years ago, I'd be pretty surprised. And I would believe that there's something wrong with the system, because in order for you to be successful at anything, you have to put in the work. And yes, Instagram is not what it used to be 10 years ago, but then if you're not happy with the results and you're doing all of the things I'm saying, jump on LinkedIn. If your customers are business customers, like they're vendors or suppliers, or if your customers are clients, moms and dads, you should be on LinkedIn too. Don't put all of your eggs, our parents used to say that, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So I'm heavily on TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And between the three of them, I get customers on Instagram and LinkedIn. I show up for TikTok because in my opinion, it's fairly new. It's got the new buzz. It's been around for, I think, 3 or 4 years, but because of the pandemic, it's a big app. But I'm building brand on TikTok. I don't care if I get customers today or tomorrow on the app. I'm not just showing up there to make customers. I'm showing up there to build a brand and to get used to using a new app, because the reality is everybody's competing with TikTok now. On YouTube, they have videos, like little 15-second videos. On Netflix, they now have 15-second videos. Every app is competing with TikTok. So Clubhouse, if you're on it, I wish I could tell you I have the experience, but I don't have an iPhone. But as soon as it launches to all users, I'm definitely going to be spending more time on there. It sounds pretty interesting. And question, Corey says, how often do you promote your content on Instagram? So the way I do my thing, Corey, is I show up every morning with an Instagram Reels video, and I usually make that really fun, exciting, or I do some kind of an inspiration. I take the light off of myself, and I'll share who I am inspired by. And then I try my best to do a carousel midday when I know most people are taking a break. And that carousel, those ideas come from me checking my insights. And they also come from me just taking a look at the timeline and seeing what is lacking in abundance that I could give some light to and maybe inspire somebody. And then I try, some evenings I get busy, but I try to do an IGTV video of about 3 minutes. And I try my best to do 6 to 8 Instagram stories every day. And I know that sounds like a lot of work, but I love Instagram. It's a customer generating app. Without this app, I think a lot of businesses would lose a big market share of their referrals and their leads and their customer base. So if you have time to do all of that, hey Khaled, how are you? If you have time to do all of the things that I just suggested, I highly recommend that you schedule all your stuff maybe a week in advance, like on the weekend, so that Monday through Friday, the only thing that you're doing is answering comments and questions. I think I have a question here. Tanya said, what do you recommend for scheduling apps for Instagram? For Instagram, I recommend that you use Facebook Studio Creator or Facebook Creator Studio. That is free. That is owned by Facebook. So once you log in with your Facebook account, you can toggle between the top by clicking on the Facebook logo or an Instagram logo. The only thing that free option does not do is it won't allow you to put your hashtags in comments. So let's say you're going to post something, schedule it out in the next 30 minutes, you got to go on the platform and put your hashtags in the comments. But it will allow you to do alt text, meaning if you have a photo, it will allow you to do alt text for the hearing impaired. And so on and so forth. Other apps, if you don't mind paying $5 a month, HubSpot is good, but for free, I really think your best bet is Facebook Creator Studio. You are very right. Even though I have a website, Instagram is definitely a great marketplace. Yes, I absolutely agree with you. Yes, that's right. Facebook Creator Studio. That's right, Io. That's right, Tanya. Yes, Facebook Creator Studio is great. And there's no limitation to the number of posts that you can do, and it's completely free. It's completely free for your business, for your Facebook and for Instagram. And again, you can toggle, you can do IGTV videos, but the limitation on that one, Tanya and everyone else, is you can't upload Instagram Reels. So you'll have to be on the platform to do a Reels, and I think you can do stories. No, you can only do posts and you can only do IGTV videos. So you'd have to get on the app to do stories, and you'd have to do Reels on the app as well. And yes, that's right, Io. Instagram is oversaturated, but it's one of the best ways. I just got 2 customers last week, And two of those individuals, they followed me, and within 24 hours, they just sent me a DM and they said, I really like what you do. Can I work with you? And so, and I think a big part of that is the Reels videos, to be honest with you. Khaled said, do you recommend Google ads or Facebook ads? That's a good question, Khaled. So what are you trying to do? Because I'm not a really big fan of Google, and it also depends on who you're competing with. Because if your competitor is like Amazon or something like that, well, Amazon has multi-million-dollar ad spend. And I'm not knocking you off now, but if your competitor is Walmart or Amazon, you're kind of competing with the big leagues. And also depends on where your customers are based. So I'm going to go with Facebook. Even if you want, you can let me know, Khaled, what are you selling and who are you trying to sell to? And I say Facebook ads because Facebook ads, it's very specific. It's not that expensive, and it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But I find, hey, Forever Divine, thanks for joining. But the Facebook ads, you can target people based on their interests, their cities, their zip codes, their locations, their genders, their age group. And just remember, with Facebook, the big pockets are the baby boomers. Anybody who's a millennial or Gen Z on the line, don't get it twisted. I know that you are well off. But Facebook, it's the mature crowd that has the money to buy what you're probably selling. So when you're putting your Facebook ad together, Khaled and anybody else, make sure that the age group is between like 45 and up. I'm not saying millennials are broke. That's not what I'm saying. I'm a millennial, so I'm not broke. But for Facebook, because it's more of a mature crowd, you're noticing more grandmas and dads and moms. They spend more time on Facebook than we do. So they're the ones with the big pockets. They're the ones that'll be able to spend. But again, it depends on what you're selling. Hair and Glory Hair Care said, can you also use TikTok for ads? Yes. And I was talking about this last week. TikTok is a beast. And I mean that in the most positive way, because Zendaya, the actress Zendaya, she was in Spider-Man and she was in Nickelodeon, and she did an ad with Revlon. And I was really surprised because, I was really surprised because the ad that Zendaya did for Revlon, she was in her bathroom. She had on like a dress, so I think she was getting ready for the Grammys. I know she won like a Grammy or something like that last year, an Oscar. I could be wrong, but it looked like she was wearing the same dress. She was in the bathroom, she was by herself, she was putting on Revlon makeup, and her face was not filtered. I saw some acne. It was totally unscripted, unfiltered, and she was just in her bathroom putting on makeup, and it was totally unprofessional, but that's what TikTok is about. The weird thing about it, everybody, is I'm now seeing people on TikTok, I'm seeing teenagers on TikTok paying for ads so that they can boost their videos to get millions of views, which I don't understand, because if you're in high school and you're trying to get clout and popularity, why are you paying for ads? So if you're going to do an ad on TikTok, you can make it professional, but I even see Tim Hortons. I've seen McDonald's ads on TikTok, and they literally have local influencers, like small influencers, doing the ads for them, and they're not picture perfect. They are not even high budget by any means, so that should take some of the hesitation off. Tanya said, why are you not a big fan of Google? What would be the pros and cons? That's a good question, Tanya. It really depends on who you're selling to, and if you have the budget to pay for Google. Google ads are kind of expensive, and it depends on who your competitors are, because Google ads can work, but at the same time, are you willing to spend an extra buck or two to do a Google ad? Who is your target audience? Because you might not even need Google. Maybe you need to be on LinkedIn, and you don't have to do a paid ad on LinkedIn. But it just really depends. There's so many facets, but if I had to market my services on Google or Facebook, I'd go the Facebook route, because I know how powerful Facebook ads are. I saw that. Oh, you saw that too? Yeah, the Zendaya commercial. I even saw a McDonald's commercial in my city of a micro influencer, meaning a small influencer. And she was just in her car. She was wearing a winter jacket. She had glasses on. She had braids, she had makeup on, but she didn't look glam. And she got paid to do a McDonald's commercial. And I was super surprised, like, how did she get that gig? I have no idea. Maybe she walked into commercial, showed them her Instagram and said, I'll do an ad for you, but it was totally unscripted and it was totally basic. Thanks for explaining that. Totally makes sense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't see any other questions, but I really appreciate all of you showing up. Have to head to Starbucks. I'm going to meet up soon. But I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up. I show up every Monday, same time, same place. I haven't quite chose what I'm going to choose yet. But if anybody has any ideas on what you want to see me talk about next Monday on my live stream, on my Instagram Live Monday, feel free to let me know in my DMs. And I want to thank you again for your time. You could be anywhere but here, but you showed up. And I appreciate all of what you're doing. And I see some new faces here. This is great. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Starbucks meeting. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your night. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to keep in touch. Stay safe, take care, and hope to see you next Monday. Take care, everybody. Bye.